Hey Steve, what's up? Prices are gonna go up. What do you mean intermediate goods? So you're telling me that an intermediate good is a good that's a part of a final product? So because oil prices went up. What? Oh, okay. Oil prices went up, so your transportation costs went up. So overall, prices are going to go up because you don't want to have to pay for that, and you're going to make me pay for it. Well, Steve, I can't pay that. I work at a $1 store. I own a $1 store. Everything here's $1. If you're increasing my prices, I can't do that. Figure it out, Steve.
Hi, sir. May I help you?
Oh, yes. I just wanted to know how much is this?
Actually, sir, everything in the store is $1. If you could see the sign, you'd see that.
I see. What's $1?
$1 is of money.
What's money?
Money is anything used as a medium of exchange.
So, like, if I give you my hand, you can give me this?
No, sir. Only certain things are counted in the money.
Can I still buy this if I don't have any money?
No, sir. We unfortunately cannot sell you anything unless you have money.
Actually, what is this?
This is a plunger, sir.
Oh, thank you. When did you go?
I hate working here. Pete, I'm gonna need a 5% raise.
Why?
Because even though I was employed and paid last week, that paycheck was not enough, and I need more.
Well, you know, due to inflation, I can't pay you anymore.
What's inflation?
You know, I'm not quite sure. Let's call Steve. Hey Steve,
Hey, what's up?
what's inflation?
Okay, so inflation is a general increase in the prices and the fall in the value of the money.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I still don't understand what that is.
Thanks, Steve. Well, let me show it to you on the Phillips curve. Okay, Philip, so on my car, I have the Phillips curve.
Alright, so explain it to me.
Okay, Philip, this is the Phillips curve. On the y-axis, we have inflation, and on the x-axis, we have the unemployment rate. As you move down the Phillips curve, you can see that as inflation is lowering, the unemployment rate is rising. But as inflation is rising, employment is also lowering. Also in the Phillips curve, we have what's called the long run Phillips curve. This shows the natural rate of unemployment. Well, you know, I could just fire you and then you'd be structurally unemployed.
What's that?
Structural unemployment, it's when, because you're unemployed, your skills don't match the workforce.
But that would only benefit you.
Exactly.
But I need money. Like that customer didn't know what it was. I need money if I want to buy things.
Well, Steve is charging me more for all these goods, so, well, you know, at least you're still in the labor force.
What's the labor force?
The labor force is everyone who is capable of working who wants to work.
Well, with that situation happening, can you at least still think about the raise and get back to me on that?
You know, I understand your situation, and if inflation goes down, I will consider it.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. Woe is me. Woe is me, misery, sadness, and despair. Woe is me.
It's okay. What's wrong?
Well, and due to inflation and Steve raising my prices, like, I need to raise my prices, but I can't. Like, I own a everything $1 store. I need to raise my prices.
Why can't you just raise your prices?
Because I have a price floor.
What's the price floor?
It's when the price charge is more than the equilibrium price. So basically, because my store is titled Everything for $1 or the dollar store, I can't raise prices for more than $1.
Oh, sucks to be you then. I have to go. I'm sorry. It was nice seeing you.
Wait, let me show you about my inflationary gap on the aggregate demand and aggregate supply.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm sorry, I have to go. I'll see you later.
I guess I'll just show myself then.
Pete, you don't really seem in a good place right now, so let me help you out. This is the aggregate demand, aggregate supply diagram. On the y-axis, we have the price level. On the x-axis, we have the real GDP. The vertical long-run aggregate supply line is the indicator of our nominal rate of employment. And as the name implies, the short-run aggregate supply shows us the short-run aggregate supply. The downward sloping aggregate demand curve shows us the consumer consumption along with government spending, business investment, and net exports. And as you can see, right now we are in a inflationary gap on this diagram, which means our prices and output are both higher, along with our unemployment rate going down.
Hey Janet, what's up? Oh really? That kind of sucks that you're losing your job. And to a guy who has no clue what he's doing? Did he even get an economics major? Wow. That's kind of messed up, Janet. I'm sorry. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just about to sit down, relax, watch my favorite movie, 50 First Dates. You've never seen it? It's a pretty good movie. You should check it out. Oh, really? Well, the reason of my call is I need your help. Wait, what? How can you say that I'm not helping you with GDP? Of course I'm helping you with GDP. I don't know what GDP is. Janet, you failed that unit in our Pleasant Valley economics class. Janet, you and I both know that I know what GDP is, but to make sure you do, define it for me. Okay. Fine, you got me there. You know what GDP is. Right, so as you know, being the chairperson of the board, that, well, inflation is too high and I can't pay for all my stuff. Janet, you know I own a $1 store. So, I need you to enact an expansionary monetary policy. Wait, what's the difference between a contractionary and an expansionary policy?
Well, an expansionary monetary policy is used to fight a recession. The Federal Reserve usually buys bonds in order to increase the money supply. A contractionary monetary policy is used to fight inflation. The Federal Reserve sells bonds in order to decrease the money supply.
Oh, okay. Well, what about interest rates? Is that going to be affected? Well, to be a little honest, Janet, I'm a little confused. Could you send me a picture of a money market diagram? I don't know. You work for the federal bank, so just like the Federal Reserve, sorry, Janet, just like use some change or something. I'm sure you have plenty lying around. Okay. Cool, thanks. So, you'll talk to President Clark about that? Okay, cool. Thanks, Janet. Thanks. Bye.
This here is the money market diagram. On the y-axis, we have the nominal interest rates. On the x-axis, we have the quantity of money. The downward sloping curve is the demand for money. The rightmost vertical line is the original money supply, while the leftmost vertical line is the money supply after a contractionary monetary policy, which causes the nominal interest rates to go up and thus decreasing business investment, which will result in a leftward shift of the aggregate demand curve. which will fix the inflationary gap.
Dear Janet, I'm sorry I said you didn't know that GDP meant the total value of goods produced and services provided in a country during 1 year. Thank you so much for enacting monetary policy and lowering inflation. I was able to give Philip his raise and I can buy all my stock. I owe you big time. Love, Peter.